that gentleman would run the national election, the general elections, although they were not the 6 elections that we are having at the moment, but there were 3 elections that were held at that time. And the elections used to be held within a period of 3 weeks. Nominations were done and ballot papers were printed, and they got to every polling stations within a period of 3 weeks. And I want it to be said that printing is a very old craft. Printing is not a new craft. You know, the Shakespeare, those who have read Shakespeare, if you want an original copy of Shakespeare, they are now available in print, printed more than 500 years ago. So there should not be pretense that printing of ballot papers is rocket science. And for that reason, we are even more determined that the printing of ballot papers or the preparation of the presidential election transmission forms cannot be done within the period required. In fact, if the Kenyan people had more confidence in ourselves, we have that technology and that capability internally. Even the money we carry in our pockets are printed here. We have a mint here which prints money, and there's been no doubt about whether it is legal tender or not. Some people I know, print money illegally, but at least there's a printer out there. And it is that illegal, printing illegal money. People, Tuju, just be very careful when you talk to me. Be very careful. Yeah. And when you are talking, I was very quiet. We don't want to engage each other. We are not here to engage each other. I've known you. Even Mr. Dwale there has been my client, and he knows what I could do. I think you was under pressure. So let's forget the sideshows. This is not why we are here. But Chairman, I also want to say that in regard to public participation, the court was very clear. It said it is not for the court to fashion how you are going to come out with public participation. That is you as a legitimate constitutional body to fashion a process of public participation that is going to meet the threshold, the constitutional threshold, under Article 10 of the Constitution. Parliament, in its legislative process, is also required to undergo, to offer members of the public participation. They have addressed that question in the standing orders, how to go about public participation. So it is now within your authority and responsibility to fashion how we are going to go about that public participation, but do it in such a way that it meets the constitutional and legal threshold. And I think the law in the question as regards public participation is now very clear. There are many cases, including even proceedings that involve the National Assembly and the Senate. What is public participation? What is consultations? I think those are legal terms which have been defined. But we don't want to